Hey guys, I'm here with an awesome book today called Sea Bear, donated by the Martin family. Thank you to Donald and his family for picking this book out and donating it to us so we could have it as a read aloud. The title here says Sea Bear, A Journey for Survival. This is a literary or creative nonfiction book about the story of one polar bear's journey for survival. And it shows a lot of true facts about the melting of the polar ice caps and the disappearance of the polar bear's habitat. So while it is a fictional story, it does have true facts in it about what's happening around the world and the struggle for polar bears to stay alive. We talked about that a little bit in class this year, as well as the struggle for bees, which is kind of the same type of situation. This book is Sea Bear by Lindsay Moore. Polar bears are patient beasts, as patient as glaciers. We know how to hope and how to wait. I learned to be patient long ago from my polar bear mother. To be patient when hunting, to be patient with weather, to be patient in darkness. A polar bear can outwait almost anything. Seals, storms, and long sunless winters, but a polar bear at sea needs something to stand on. I watch the ice. In the spring, the sun rises and the ice breaks open. I stalk seals out on the floes, walking, leaping, slipping in and out of deep water, adding seal after seal to my stomach and resting. A polar bear knows how to take a good nap. As summer ends, the ice is thin and floes are far apart. The young seals have grown fast. They are wiser and harder to catch. They spread out with what's left of the ice. I want to follow them, but I can't. There is not enough ice left to hunt on. Every day there is less ice to stand on. A soft breeze from the south brings the smell of a beach. It is faint, beyond sight, but I think I can reach it. I am a seal bear, a sea bear. I am made to paddle. Under wandering Arctic terns, past lonely icebergs bobbing at the surface, and above the deep dark shadow of a slow Arctic shark. I swim with the school of star-skinned narwhals. And paddle past a weary raft of wary walruses. And glide over a whale whose ancient songs bubble up from darkness in creaks and groans. On the second night, the sky begins to change. The waves grow in height, and the wind grows in wildness. Tossed by a tempest and nearly lost at sea, I am tired and wonder if I will ever reach land. There is nothing else to do but swim, so I paddle on. It's a little bit of a scary situation. On the third day, the sea floor rises up beneath me. Waves carry with them the strong smell of soil. I don't think that there's soil in the Arctic, but we'll find out where he is. Polar bears are not land bears. We wait on land. We hope on land. I think that they're hoping for more ice. We chew on kelp and bones and grow thin while seals at sea grow fat. But summer will end, the sea will freeze again. I will teach the sea's rhythm to my cubs and whisper to them in the dark. Polar bears are patient beasts, as patient as glaciers. I love this picture. It's her and her cubs. We know how to hope and how to wait. There's some interesting pictures and interesting descriptions of the different animals. I'm going to read you the informational part of the book here about sea ice and polar bears. Sea ice is an important habitat for many Arctic animals. It forms on the sea surface when temperatures drop to 28.8 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Stronger and more flexible than freshwater ice, it is home to an estimated 26,000 polar bears who rely on its structure to walk, sleep, ride, and stalk seals over the deep sea. Polar bears are well suited for life on sea ice, with wide, textured paws to provide traction and 2 layers of fur and a thick layer of body fat to keep warm. They can live and move comfortably in the winter, when winds howl and the temperature can drop to as low as -50 degrees Fahrenheit. That is super cold. Sea ice moves with currents. It cracks open, it collides, and it grows and melts with weather patterns and changing seasons. In summer, as the ice melts, the same paws that walked along the ice now make excellent paddles. Bears slip into water channels between ice to surprise sleeping seals and can also swim across open water to find better places to hunt. At the end of the summer, when the melting ice is no longer useful for hunting, many polar bears swim to shore. There they wait, living mostly off their body fat until the temperature drops. The sea freezes again, and they can return to hunting seals. The bears that wait on shore the longest are pregnant bears. In the fall, they move farther inland and dig out dens in snowdrifts before their cubs are born in December. The family finally leaves for the ice in early spring. Polar bears are good at living in challenging environments, but things are getting harder. Air pollution is causing global climate change. Our planet's overall temperature is rising. Warmer temperatures mean less and less sea ice in the Arctic. Scientists who study polar bears are noticing changes too. With less ice, there is more competition among the bears for food. With less ice, scientists are recording bears making longer swims over greater distances at the end of the summer. And once on land, polar bears are forced to fast longer while they wait for cold weather to return. Polar bears have a remarkable life story. They are bears that make their home on top of the ocean. Their future, though, is tied to the future of sea ice. I wanted to give polar bears a voice, to tell what life is like for a bear in a changing Arctic landscape, and to inspire all of us to make changes in our own lives to slow climate change and help care for our Earth. So, right now, we're living in a time where a lot of us are not driving a lot of places. We're not traveling as much, and that's helping our environment. Right now, the environment's getting a little bit of a break. And I want you to think about how you can in the future, when things go back to normal, how can you make a change to make sure that the polar bear's environment and the environment of all animals, their natural habitat, is able to stay the way that it should be so that they can continue to exist? What's a change that you can make in your life and in your family's life? Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed Sea Bear.